Alrighty, let's start today off with USD CAD. Okay, sorry I am whispering. There's construction going outside and it is quite loud. Anyway, today, mind you, we have no high impact news on any of the pairs, but since it's not a Monday, you should see the normal volume kind of flowing in since probably the Asian session and the start of the Euro session. Now, for my USD CAD, I have my two sell zones up here, an EF sell and engulfing sell that has been tested multiple times from this push on the buy. Okay, my buy zone is down here. Excuse me. So on H4 you can see that it is trying to push the price down even lower. It's going on a downtrend. Okay, a downtrend. So if it wants to continue, either it can respect this engulfing sell over here to push the price down, and if the buy zone is broken, then only then the price can go even lower. But until then, if it does not and the buyers want to push the price up, either it can break this or test this for another sell. Okay, so what can USD CAD do? Let's just put my iPad down. So USD CAD, we are looking at the current price. If the price decides to respect this zone, meaning it does not close above, we can either wait for the price to retrace back during this H4 or the next H4 to look for a sell. Okay, so if I were to look at M15, excuse me, we have, let me change the color of this. On M15, partially in the key level, tip top of that key level, we have an engulfing sell meets an engulfing sell, and the M15 closed over here. So we were supposed to press enter over here on M15. But on M5, if you wanted to enter, you would be able to enter on either here, if it closed below, or this candle over here, because you need that confirmation. You need the setup to complete itself first. Okay, so now what do? USD CAD. If the price decides to just drop down, the volume wills it. If it just decides to drop down, we can wait for a buy here or wait for the retracement to the key level, excuse me. But if you have a higher risk appetite and you want to trade the continuation setups, then you can look at continuation setups as it forms. Engulfing fails meets engulfing sells, down into the buy level. Okay? If H4 decides to come down, test our buy zone, and closes within, then we can look for a buy. But if it closes below our buy zone or above our sell zone, the price can either go lower or test a zone that is higher respectively. Now, since we are on H4, make sure you find your entries and setups, in M15 or M5. Next pair, GU. Now GU on the H4 outlook, you can see that the price is trying to push higher. Let me just, excuse me. Okay, so it's trying to push higher. So if the price wants to continue to go higher, we can monitor this key level for a retracement for a bounce up, or we can see if the price will respect this engulfing sell over here. Okay, because if it respects our engulfing sell over here, then potentially the price can drop back down. But if the price comes in here and does not create any sell setups, it will give the price a higher chance to close above on the H4 perspective, to break this engulfing sell, to show that the buyers are still winning in this trend. Okay, still trying to push the price up. So we have to monitor where H4 will go. Once H4 reaches, we look at the smaller time frames to see any setups we can monitor for it to form and complete before pressing anything. But if it decides to either break our sell zone or break our buy zone, the price can go higher or it can even go lower respectively. Okay? So we wait. Now once you have entered, make sure you set your SL, count 40 pips from the entry price, so it's not too tight, not too loose, but make sure you already know how much you're willing to lose in that trade. Now Euro AUD, the last pair. Okay. Now you can see on H4, from here, it was trying to push the price down, right? It even, started from up here, tried to push the price down, did a bit of deep retracement, but still it was on a downtrend. Now you can see that there's a consolidation over here where the buyers are trying so hard to push the price up and not break below this zone. So if the buyers decide that this will be the reversal point of EA to push the price up, it should create or not create any sell setups in the smaller time frame, or keeps breaking those smaller time frame sell setups to potentially break on the H4 to go even higher. Okay, to go even higher. But if this consolidation happened and still the sellers are still very much strong, and if in the end they become stronger than the buyers, then price can either respect this zone and we can look for a sell opportunity down. Okay, we can look for a sell opportunity down. But if H4 closes above, we can either wait for the price to retrace back into our key level to look for a buy opportunity, or wait for the next sell up here. Okay, now regarding TPs, if you are someone who closes your trades manually and you want to stop that, just try to see at what amount of pips you usually close your trades. If you normally close your trades at it's running 12 to 15 pips, then set that as your first TP, meaning your first TP can be 15 pips, second one can be 30, third one can be 45. Once you start getting comfortable with it, then you increase it bit by bit. Okay, for me, I like to set my first TP as 20 pips. It's the benchmark for me to set break even on all of my trades, and then I will just TP the rest by the next key level, because I like to trade from key level to key level rather than getting small pips in between. Okay, but it depends on how big the zones are. Alright, so that's for the 3 pairs for today. Now just a quick recap on all of the other pairs from yesterday. Okay, EuroCAD took some time on H4, but like I said, it was a Monday, so it could be very, very slow. Still, it respected our H4 buy, and then from then it flew. Let me just take it from the key level to the highest it made was 52 pips. Next, not GU, NZD/USD did not come back to test our sell zone, but it is dropping from the sell zone. Okay, it is dropping. So either way, we can wait for a sell over here or a buy over here for NZD/USD if you want to observe it. Next, GA. Well, okay, so GA finally broke the zone, but before this H4 breaking in the previous H4, it actually came back. Oh, let me go to M5. These are the 2 exact zones that I told you about, that if it wanted to come in and sell, it has to respect either this engulfing sell or this engulfing fail. So what I said was, when the price comes back, it has to close within and create an engulfing sell before you press anything, right? So as you can see, when the price came back, although it tapped into this, it did not close, but the price came up, this M5 broke, tested this engulfing fail, still did not create an engulfing sell, but came back again, closed within and created this engulfing sell. From the sell, this will be the opening of the candle, will be your entry. So you will be floating just a little bit. This is what, 2-3 pips before the whole drop. Okay, so if I were to take it from the key level to the lowest it made on GA gave us 70 pips just from this trade. Okay, then it decided to break out So if you want to do or you want to monitor GA, you can wait for the retracement to look for a buy opportunity here, or you look for the next sell opportunity, which would be around here, this fail over here. Okay, that's it for the 3 pairs. Trade smart, trade wise, guys. Bye.